another episode of His Turn, Her Turn. I am Lauren Fix, the car coach.
Yo soy Paul Bryant. No, I'm kidding. I'm Javier Mota, and I'm stepping up for Paul Bryant here in beautiful Santa Barbara, or near Santa Barbara.
Right, he's off in Hawaii doing something else, driving a Lexus or something.
Exactly, so I take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lauren.
It's great to see you again.
Thank
now,
you.
We've done something before. You can go back and check our Mitsubishi review.
Outlander, yeah, that
was a while ago, and we thank you for all the comments on that. So
absolutely.
we're partnering up again.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity because this is a very important car, and actually 3 cars in one.
Right.
The one that we're seeing behind us here is the electric version of it, but they have a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid of the new 2017 Hyundai Ioniq.
Ioniq. So yeah, this is an all-new car. So it's just so important to them because of the sustainability.
Absolutely.
And everybody's trying to meet that corporate average fuel economy, but this also opens up a platform to them to sell a hybrid vehicle that is designed for, and this came literally out of nothing.
Well, out of nothing 11 years ago, so it took them a long time to develop it. And then sometimes you will wonder what it's better to start off with something that is not proven or wait and develop it the right way. And apparently that's what the Hyundai brand decided to do. Take the time, do it right, and this is the result. 3 cars instead of just 1.
You don't want to do it wrong, that's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. The first thing with this car is, or this company actually, is because this is a company that is called, the parent company owns Hyundai and Kia.
Well, right, half and half. Half a Kia, half a Hyundai. It's Korean government, actually.
Exactly. And we just went to San Antonio to drive the Niro, which is the version of this car in the Kia brand.
The competitor.
And they don't even talk about it.
No, if you bring it up,
little.
they go, oh, no. Yeah. Well, the Kia is more of a compact crossover, where this is definitely a sedan, a hatchback, essentially.
And you have to say that Hyundai has done much more about it. And
it's about sustainability.
Exactly.
That's their big picture, whether you like that or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the sales they were telling us. I mean, we know this from the industry.
We're going to make a left on Fairview.
Okay, the total sales of electric plug-in hybrids is like less than 3% in the market.
It's like 2.4%, and it's dropping, and they're still making more models. Do you know why?
Well, because that's the way it's going to be in the 2025 and beyond.
Well, let me tell you the real truth behind it. In the state of California, you cannot sell your vehicle
cars,
if you sell more than 2,000 units of anything. So that could even be a Ferrari, which is never going to happen.
Yeah. 2,000 maybe.
But they wish.
Yeah.
They sold 800 more Ferraris, but that's a whole other story. But you cannot sell your vehicle in the state of California unless you offer a plug-in and an electric version. And that's how they got you. And if you don't sell enough, you have to buy ZEV credits. Who's got extras?
Exactly. Yeah.
Tesla has extras because they get 7 ZEV credits.
All of them, yeah, exactly.
7 for every car they sell. Hyundai and everyone else only get 4. So
And,
they don't have enough.
Exactly. So this is their first hybrid from Hyundai, and it's kind of funny because Toyota just celebrated 10 million hybrid sold cars since they launched the Prius, like the January 31st. So it's, I mean, I don't know if it's better to be late in the game. It was better for Toyota to start. I don't know. I think this car, from what we heard, it's pretty good. So we're gonna try it, and we'll find more about it after we drive. Okay?
Okay.
So here we are, the first few miles driving the Ioniq, and as we were saying before, we were in San Antonio driving the Kia, and one of the executives, I'm not going to name names, but they call it the Ironic, and I don't know why. I kind of enjoy
it's a jealousy.
the way they fight to each other, but I have to give it to Hyundai. I mean, the way they presented the car this morning, they're very humble about it. They took their time, more than 11 years to develop these, and now. Yeah, and they have achieved the most efficient car on the road now, for this segment at least. And it's pretty interesting. I think it's going to do well, no? What do you think?
I think it's going to do well, too. I mean, it's obviously they're running for North American Car of the Year. Last year it was the Chevy Bolt EV. And so there's, they happened to be, the timing was right. They didn't run up against it. But,
exactly.
But as far as from a standpoint of safety, they've got all the safety. And this will have high crash test ratings. The best fuel economy in the industry. I think the leasing thing is interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
If you lease the car, you get free maintenance to 50,000 miles, free battery changes for life,
free recharging
through ChargePoint. But what I find interesting on the flip side, if you buy it, and he did say that, you had to really listen. If you buy it, you don't get the maintenance.
I know.
What the heck is that all about?
Well, because when you lease it, they own the car. They want to have it in a good shape when they get it back.
Right, so. And they also say unlimited mileage. I'm thinking, okay, but you're really only limited to how much you can charge a day. So you can go, let's say you can go 80 miles, and you find a high-speed charger. That's 24 minutes to get 84%. And then you can go only another,
and that's
80 miles.
That's the point with electric, hybrid, more electric than hybrid cars. Because hybrid cars, you still have the gas engine and the plug-in hybrid too. With electric cars, I mean, people get the anxiety before they even drive the car, and it's real. People don't drive more than 40 miles in average every day. So this car, the electric, is gonna get 132, I think.
Yeah.
And
MPGE.
Yeah, exactly. So that's more than enough for the daily driver, but people still get anxious about it.
You know what? I'm plugging in my phone, my iPad, my laptop,
it's the same
my
thing.
watch, my earpods. you know,
everything.
I got 4 things I charge every night. The last thing I want to do is add another. It's like for women, it's adding another routine. You've washed off your makeup. Now it's not just getting the toner and the moisturizer. You got to add the this and the that and this and and then a mask. It's like
But Lauren, that's the way that's how it's changing. That's the way it's going to be.
To the cord.
Exactly. I mean, with induction charging, eventually. I mean, where's our little free phone?
Free of charge. I was just going to say, here's our free phone. Here, I'll hold this up.
Very thin.
Yeah.
iPhone 10.
Yeah, not even that.
It's going to be this thin. But the cool thing is that you can put it here and it will charge automatically.
And it's got the Hyundai app, and you can do the BlueLink and get all the BlueLink connections, and you can download the app to your phone for free, and so you can see the charging. And so that's the whole idea. Plenty of charging outlets, but I still look at plug-ins and hybrids as to produce these vehicles as a larger carbon footprint.
I know.
What's going on with these batteries?
To charge them too, because most of the energy comes from
coal.
Fossil
fuels, right? And then on the flip side of that, so now you've got all these batteries that they've changed for free for the life of the vehicle because you decide you own it, you love it, you want to keep it. Then what are those things? There's no place, there's no recycle for them. The next person to make $1 billion is the person that comes up with a solution. Now, maybe you.
Yeah.
And maybe you, I want to know.
Well, I guess Toyota and GM has claimed that they can reuse them as like charger for hospitals.
But only for so long.
For so long. So like.
Then what?
Then what? But I mean, that's another problem.
Well, there's cadmium, mercury, lithium, and this is part of what I think is very short-sighted about this. And this is from the Obama administration, so we don't know what the current administration is going to want. The new EPA guy's a fossil fuel guy.
Yeah.
He may say, you know what, there's no more tax credits. And I don't know how that's going to impact the very small 2%
I know, of cars
that actually buy these cars. And people that buy them don't typically go back and buy another one.
I know.
The majority of them don't.
It's a tough proposition, but anyway. Exactly, we already talked about that, but like the technology is pretty amazing, I have to say. I mean, the cars, like,
the technology is great here. Yeah.
You can see, I mean, we're driving here 75 miles an hour, not a lot of noise.
No,
the car looks like a normal, actually good looking car, if I have to say. All the technology, all the safety technology, I mean, it's pretty comfortable. And the great thing about Hyundai, and actually Kia also, I mean, the value proposition is really good because the basic price for the hybrid, it's only like 22,000. I mean, that's pretty
but
impressive.
If you load it up, you're at 36.
No, I know. 36, but then you get the federal incentives and all that, so it's below 30, so it's like within the competition.
33, I think it came in at. Yeah, it depends on your tax bracket.
It's within the competition, so overall, I think it's a pretty good project that they have developed.
My only one negative.
Okay.
There's no lumbar on the passenger seat, and everybody laughs. What else is new? But really, I mean,
you're sitting there. So
I'm sitting here. There's no lumbar. You get the lumbar.
Yeah, I know. But that's the way car manufacturers start, like cutting costs somewhere here and there. But
we'll check out the limited edition that's fully loaded. That may have all the goodies.
Okay.
And also they got that updated air conditioning too, so it's not putting a drain on the electric system, which is smart. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this car. They really
one more thing that they have is this GPS system is set up to aid the powertrain to know where we're going and technically, the car will teach you how to drive more efficiently and actually.
If you want to drive more efficiently.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
I don't.
But the technology helps.
does.
The technology helps you do it.
Right. Exactly. Oh, it's great. It's a big 8-inch screen too. It's pretty impressive. Hey Javier, what the heck?
Lauren, this is
checking the reclinability
exactly.
of the seat.
Well, this is part of a test drive, and I think more people should do it.
Sleep in the passenger seat?
Well, first of all, you probably don't notice it, but I have a really bad cold today, so I don't feel that good. But actually, it's part of the test drive because the car is so quiet.
On the smooth roads.
And smooth roads, like you can really take a good nap there, which I just did for a few minutes. And but that tells you a lot of another good quality of this car. I mean, it's a small car. It's considered a compact car, but like
it doesn't feel like a compact.
Look at that. I mean, like
it has
I can
a
go
size,
all the way down.
It's got like mid-size feel to it.
Exactly. So not a bad car at all.
Of course, I have my manual seat on the passenger side.
Well, but I mean, again,
Kia Niro's the same thing.
Yeah, what we were talking about before is that car companies cut corners and try to focus on the driver.
Right.
And
lumbar on the passenger side, on the driver's side.
You can suffer for a little bit. It's actually not that bad.
Well, depends on your back.
Exactly. Absolutely.
For me, driver's side, much more comfortable.
Yeah.
The one thing I did notice, I always say number one is seating comfort. That's priority. And then number two is visibility. So visibility-wise is great, but one thing, I think this car looks so cool from the back end with that wing. It almost looks like a
Veloster. From the outside.
Right. Now, it looks like a Veloster, but from the inside, I'm going, this is like in the way. So for me, because I like to know what's going on around me, I'm just like this. The last vehicle I saw like that, I think, was an Aztec, and we know what happened to that.
I know. But this one, I think, that part of that bar is because the spoiler goes on that.
Right.
So it's kind of
they don't want
form and function, but
right, but they're trying not to limit the visibility because then it gives you visibility. Below you can see the roadway, and above you can see cars behind you. But with the wing in the back, and the wing does make it cool looking. So there's got to be another way to do it so it's not so obstruction of your vision. But as far as other controls, I like them all. They're easy to use. They're very intuitive. I like the power charging and the multiple outlets and USB connections and the little tray here in the center console for your iPad or your tablet.
This is an iPad. It can go in here.
Yep, it can go straight up. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, this is taller than an iPad. Yeah,
exactly. Paperwork for sure. We all have stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
So they find clever ways to put things. For example, this little space
pockets
here.
Yeah, nice little pockets.
Have something there like.
Well, we all do that. You get your sunglasses, you get your change, you get your gum, or if you're a woman, your lipstick, or whatever it is. So from all that, I mean, this is great. And of course, it's got the Hyundai BlueLink, which I think is really good.
I know. So this is the regular hybrid.
Right.
After lunch, we're gonna drive the plug-in hybrid and the electric. So we're gonna complete.
Right, which is a hybrid. There's a hybrid blue, which is supposed to get like.
Well, the hybrid blue is a version of this one, but it gets like the most
fuel economy.
Fuel economy because of the tires, because of less weight and all that. And actually, Michelin had a really cool demonstration there, and how they build actually a tire just for this car.
Right.
And it's very impressive because most people don't know, but 20% of the energy that is sent from the engine to the tires is lost through friction, heat, and all that. So this tire was designed
low rolling resistant, right?
Exactly. And like they have this test in which they bounce this ball with the component that goes in the tire, and the one that it doesn't have like bounces back really high, and the other one just stays there, which tells you that absorbs the energy and uses it to move the car, which is pretty amazing. And
they don't use oils as much. They use a lot of dandelion oil and other natural things. Just like there's volcanic ash in here and sugar cane, a lot of bamboo. I know a lot of the seat manufacturers use those recycled, water bottles. Like we all have these water bottles here. They recycle them and they turn them into the insulation for the doors as well as the cushioning in the seats.
Hopefully not this one, because this one is cool.
It is really cool. I feel like I'm drinking liquor.
A little vodka.
Right. And driving, not. The sunroof, we have it closed for lighting purposes, but it's okay size. I'd like to see a bigger one, but
and the headliner, the material is
it's kind of funky. I think it's bamboo, just because it feels it feels
very natural,
fibrous,
yeah, exactly.
you know,
like paper almost.
Right.
But obviously very resistant.
Right.
So we're almost there for the lunch stop, and then we're gonna come back and do the.
Yeah, and one of the things that bothers me is lane change departure, which is a standard feature pretty much in a lot of cars. There's a visual, which is good. It's in the mirror. It tells you. But the audible, I think, would be nice if you could adjust. It's just a touch too loud for me. You go to change lanes and someone's there, or you put your turns in.
I'm gonna disagree with you there because I think both things, the combination of things, is what really catches your attention. Because only the light there.
I guess it pays attention when you're driving, which I tend to be the, you know.
Okay.
But the steering wheel's great, everything. I think it's a really cool car.
Excellent. So we're gonna come back for the rest.
Okay.
Well, Lauren, we're almost at the end of the drive, and now we're in the electric version of it. As I guess you probably can tell because it doesn't make any noise.
I know, it's so weird. I'm waiting for the exhaust note. I think the weirdest thing is when you're sitting at a traffic light and you hear nothing.
I know.
It's really kind of like, whoa.
Now you hear something.
I hear something. There's certainly,
fire truck.
There's certainly no engine over.
It's going the other way, so we're okay. Drove the hybrid, the plug-in hybrid, and now the electric.
Right.
So 3 different variants, and here we have a guest. Come on, John. Come out of your hiding. So we have John Shu. He's the product planner for Hyundai, the Hyundai Ioniq. So he shared the ride with us. So thank you for sharing some time with us, and actually pretty interesting conversation because, as you were telling us, this is a really important car for you guys, huh?
Yes. Well, first off, thanks for letting me hitch a ride back with you guys.
We didn't want to leave you back at the ranch.
I appreciate that.
It's your car after all.
Winery,
you know?
so.
After all, you own the car pretty much.
Literally, he's the product planner for the vehicles.
But you're definitely right. With the Ioniq Electric, we see big opportunities for us in this space. Electric vehicles are becoming more prevalent, and the customer acceptance of these vehicles is increasing.
Now it's what, 3% of the industry that
alternative
hybrid,
powertrain vehicles. Yeah, alternative powertrains, so hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and electric cars. Electric vehicles are about 2.9% of all new vehicle sales.
So it's going to take a while to develop into a more mainstream alternative, but as we can see, I mean, there are more options every time.
It is an option, right. Well, they also make a hydrogen fuel cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which they have.
Tucson, right?
Yes, Tucson, yes.
Which I think is cool. And of course, the future could include compressed natural gas or even diesel. It depends what their market. I'm sure they do a ton of market study to find out what consumers want. And it's a huge investment because you don't want to get it wrong.
Absolutely. What's your numbers there with
let's see.
This car has a range of 124?
124 miles, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at the numbers here.
So
the EV numbers, 95 mile
we still have
range
95.
left.
We can go a long way still.
Yeah, let's keep driving. And let's see, how good is my eco charging here? Let's see.
So the big thing there is the energy consumption, where we're averaging 5.6 miles per kilowatt hour. And just a little bit of reference, that's none of the other cars get anywhere near 4 miles per kilowatt hour.
Is this our exit?
Yes.
I'm glad you were paying attention. One of us has to. There's so much stuff here.
I know.
A lot of information trying to make you a better driver.
So going back, she was being very efficient or not so efficient?
So very efficient.
Oh,
really?
okay.
Yes.
I would say anyone that rides with me would say, you don't drive efficiently, Laura. Typically, I'm a lead foot with gasoline-powered car or a diesel vehicle. But it's a nice change of pace. It's nice to know how much it's evolved since our early vehicles. Certainly a change of pace. And of course, we're in California, where it's warm and sunny all the time.
We needed to turn there.
Yeah.
Oh, did we?
Make a U-turn.
Okay. You can make a Miami U-turn.
Or a New York U-turn.
Whenever you can.
What is a Miami or New York U-turn?
Wherever. I mean,
wherever?
yeah, like this.
Like this.
So there it is. I think a pretty good car.
Did that too. Yeah, I think it's an interesting car, especially with the maintenance. If you lease the vehicle only, lifetime battery exchange, which is
maintenance.
Which is good because I'm telling you, if you go to buy a battery and you've got a Prius, it's like $6,000.
I know.
Plus the installation. So that'll save money
And also
the warranty.
unlimited miles for a lease. So that's a very interesting.
That's very big
very
incentive.
interesting plan.
Yeah, and so the fact is, it's not a super long range, but I mean around 100 and some miles, depending if it's super hot out or super cold, that will impact it.
But again, like the network of fast charging stations is growing through ChargePoint, which is one of the partners with them.
Right.
Also Michelin, who developed the tires.
Right.
So the whole hybrid electric car is growing faster than you think.
And it's everywhere, though. I mean,
exactly.
Those little Amazon Echoes and all down that now you can communicate through your phone, or you can say, hey, you know, start the car. I mean, there's so much you can do.
So as some people might not like the electrification of cars,
it's
guess
not
what?
my favorite
it's coming.
thing.
It's coming.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
You can do the other thing on the weekends, Lauren.
Listen, I'm a petrol person, so
yeah.
Definitely I like diesel and I like gas. This is a solution. There is not one solution. I think there's multiple solutions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was a pleasure, Lauren. Thank you very much.
And where can we find you, Javier?
Auto060 on YouTube. Hashtag Javier Mota on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram everywhere. So send Paul to Hawaii more often.
You can find me at laurenfix.com and follow us on all forms of social media at laurenfix. And that's everything from Instagram to Tumblr, you name it. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends.
Absolutely.
Share it with your enemies.
Oh,
share it with the competition.
There you go.
Also, we love your comments, and if you do comment down below, I will be responding to the English version. I will send you the Spanish.
Absolutely, we'll do that. That's the advantage here.
But we do comment, and if you follow us and ask questions, we do all the time. Even at lunch today, people were asking us questions from friends and such, and we're happy to help people out.
Absolutely, very interesting car, very interesting conversation.
Yeah, check out your other videos. You got a lot of videos, a lot of cool stuff that I don't have. I mean, he does some cool stuff all around the world. And of course, thank you for watching our other videos and your subscriptions for both of our videos channels. We do appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Aloha, Paul.